Hello everybody, welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2019 horror film Wild Boar. And it is a film that is directed by Barney Burman, who is an Oscar-winning special effects guy, and I believe he won his Oscar for Star Trek, the 2009 Star Trek. And this is his first directorial film, I believe, and it stars Daniel Roebuck, Raina Hardesty, Angie Duke, Douglas Tate, Jessica Sonburn, and as well Barney Burman makes an appearance in the film, the director. Now this film, wow, it's a difficult film to describe, so bear with me. It focuses on a small group of treasure hunters, like modern day treasure hunters, who are given the opportunity to go on this treasure hunt for some treasure out in the desert somewhere. They follow these GPS coordinates to look for this treasure, and instead what they actually find is a hidden colony of bloodthirsty mutant pigmen who decide to take them out and take them back to their camp, and it is then up to these individuals to try and survive and get out of there in one piece, or as many pieces as they can manage. So that's the concept of the film that we get here. Now this film is a strange blend. It's got a few different influences, I think, and it's like a cross between The Hills of Eyes, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and somewhere in between Mad Max and Hell Comes to Frogtown. You imagine all those ingredients from each of those sprinkled into this film and stirred up, and you get a little bit of an idea of what to expect here. I thought the setup was decent enough here. It was a bit of a confusing opening. And then the setup was pretty okay, even if some of the characters, I think there's 5. So you've got Daniel Roebuck's character and his brother. Then you've got another treasure hunter and a couple of girlfriends. They go on this treasure hunt, and there was no real chemistry between this group, if you like. But that doesn't really matter, because as soon as they find like this, they get through these caves and caverns, and they come up through and think they've made it and they're going to find this treasure, and they're all very happy. Then they're set upon by these mutant pigs, if you like, and then from that point onwards the cast whittles right down, and you only end up with a couple left, if you like, and they've got to try and stay alive and survive. Now, so it was handled reasonably well, the start of the film, and then kind of from that point on, when the capture takes place, other than a couple of wince-inducing carving up scenes, if you like, with these mutant pigs carving up their human trophies for meat and food and all that kind of stuff, it kind of fell off a cliff a little bit for me, the film, because it was, I don't know, it wasn't particularly scary. And it wasn't overly tension-filled, if you like. The scenes where you should have felt these characters were in real danger and fear, I didn't get that. A couple of really well-shot scenes, mainly involving the effects and things, where you saw like skin stretched out and heads and all this kind of stuff. And like I say, the carving up scene was wince-inducing. Everything that was on screen that was effects-induced, if you like, or driven by the effects, was impressive visually. And the mutant pigmen and women looked really good, I'm not going to lie. I mean, they looked very, very impressive, but you would expect that, if you like, from a film being directed by someone that comes from an effects background. He'd make sure that was on the money, and it really is. It does work. Another thing that I think lets the film down is the lack of knowledge and understanding of what's going on, where these mutant colony of pigmen came from. And it's almost like a contrast in styles, in a sense of you've got the modern world where these characters are coming from, and then you've got, just by climbing through a few caves and caverns, you come out into this almost post-apocalyptic world, and there's no knowledge and reasoning and understanding as to how that has taken place, what's going on, how did that happen. You just kind of, right, this is it, these are pigmen, they're going to attack you, they're going to kill you, they're going to chop you up and eat you, run and scream and try and survive. And that is the length and breadth of the film, really. That's it. That's the level it gets to. which is a shame because there are some real signs here in this film of some real talent in regards to some of the shots being used, some of the ideas, definitely the effects, and there is a very watchable movie here for the most part. It just it was almost like the starter of a meal that was quite nice, and you're looking forward to the main meal, but when it arrives, the main meal, you're a little bit let down and disappointed by that. And that's how I felt a little bit about this movie. Loads of potential, certainly lots of tidbits of things to enjoy and things thrown in that you're thinking, yeah, this could definitely be a good film, and then ultimately the layers of it kind of let you down. It doesn't really go any further than, you know, run, scream away from these mutant pig people. So that is a little bit of a shame. I was a little bit let down by the film, but that's not to say that there isn't stuff here to enjoy. It is certainly different. I can't honestly say I've seen many films like this. Loads of good ideas, and like I say, it's a strange blend of a few different genres and a few other different films that are thrown into the mix. They were clever to cast Daniel Roebuck, who is, I think, the only recognisable face I noticed in the film. Veteran actor, veteran character actor, he does quite well holding the film together early on, but from like the midpoint onwards, if you like, it kind of didn't work for me, this film, which is a little bit of a shame. So I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Really good attempt, first time out. Look, there are some impressive things to enjoy, like the effects and things like that, and some good ideas. And it's certainly something worth checking out because it's a little bit different and we all enjoy that. So 5 out of 10 from my perspective. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the review, and I will be back with more reviews and content on Screen Stars very, very soon.